Despite still being one of the most talented young players in the league when healthy and in shape, at this point in his career, Zion Williamson is rather most known for his constant weight issues, being one of the most injury-prone stars in the NBA, and just overall lacking consistent effort and dedication on and off the floor. And after following up his much anticipated return from injury with just one singular showing before immediately going back out of commission again, this time due to a suspension for conduct detrimental to the Pelicans organization, that officially makes yet another NBA season involving the immensely disappointing yet all too predictable cycle of Zion Williamson. So for those uninitiated, let's break it down. Step 1. The offseason rolls around and we all get completely catfished into believing that Zion has finally gotten into shape. And those pictures and videos shot at just the right angle to make him look significantly slimmer start circulating Twitter. And even though we all know better than to fall for the bait again, deep down there's still that hope and belief that one day Zion could eventually live up to his immense potential. So we convince ourselves that the upcoming season is finally gonna be different. Step 2. The regular season starts up and Big Z starts off his season looking very rusty and out of shape. His effort levels on both ends of the court appear very low, his overall movement is just slow and sluggish, and his overall assertiveness to look to score the ball and be involved in the offense is wildly inconsistent. Step 3. Down the line as the season continues, Zion finally starts to put it all together, and he rattles off a nice stretch of games playing absolutely out of his mind. At this point, he really is looking like the high-flying, dominant, freak of nature, unstoppable interior force that we all knew he could be. And it seems like the ridiculous dunking highlights will never stop pouring in every night he suits up. Things honestly couldn't be going any better. Step 4. Just like clockwork, some part of Zion's lower body eventually gives out and he ultimately suffers another injury that halts his season. And the harsh reality starts to set in that maybe Zion's explosive high-flying playstyle will simply just never be sustainable on his body long term. Step 5. Zion is out for an extended period of time recovering from his injury, or just misses the entire rest of the season altogether. During this section, the entire NBA world is trying to pick apart his rehab process, and the entire Pelicans training and medical staff is put into serious question. As they should be, because with the sheer number of players suffering injuries under their care in such a short period of time, something fishy has to be going on over there. And that side of the organization seriously needs to be investigated. Also, around this time as Zion continues his rehab, the yearly trade rumor shenanigans start running rampant, and the collective thought process of every NBA fan at this point is just how much longer are the Pelicans willing to wait to see if this Zion experiment will ever pan out. And our last and final, step 6. He plays a few more games with varying levels of individual performance before suddenly getting sidelined again with another nagging injury just before the season ends / the playoffs begin. And this time around, the Pelicans don't have to worry so much about that playoff thing. I don't mean to sound like such a downer because I really do enjoy Zion's game when he's at his best. But based off his well-known history in his career, at this point in the cycle, as it relates to the current NBA season, it's only a matter of time until Zion is completely shut down for the rest of the year, for one reason or another. And this recent suspension he got from the Pelicans for his repeated unprofessional behavior could be a sign from the organization that they finally had enough of the Zion Williamson era. They're potentially ready to completely wipe their hands clean of this situation and may finally be willing to trade their once thought savior of the franchise.
Hey look, subscribe right now or I'ma smack the fuck at you.
No,
alright?
damn.
What?
You would?